Does the snake guy from Q*bert have a name? Does he have a name? Is there a canonical name for the snake guy? I think his name is Robert. Robert the Snake. So, what am I playing? The big thing that replaced Final Fantasy 16 has been up here. Baldur's Gate 3. There's a part of me that's like, I don't think I need to tell anybody what Baldur's Gate 3 is. But then there's another part of me that realizes that I've got a very good friend who, is ostensibly a gamer. We've been playing the Dark Souls games together. We've been playing all the Souls-likes. We play a lot of games co-op. And he hadn't heard anything about Baldur's Gate 3. So, if he hasn't heard about Baldur's Gate 3, presumably there's other people who haven't heard about Baldur's Gate 3 as well. So if you're one of the people who have been living under a rock and have no clue what Baldur's Gate is, well, it's a franchise set in the Dungeons & Dragons universe. The first game came out, back in late 90s. If I were to guess, I'd say 98. It was a PC game. Baldur's Gate 2 came out later on to critical acclaim. The franchise showed up on other platforms, including the PlayStation 2, which was... this was a great game, by the way. I want to go back and replay this. Looking at this now, I really want to go back and play the PlayStation 2 game. Anyway, doesn't matter. The point is that this most recent game, Baldur's Gate 3, just came out, at the time of this recording, it came out last Thursday. It is Tuesday, as I'm recording this now. So, and this video won't go up until, next week, so whatever. The point is, the game's been out for less than a week, and it has already kind of set the internet aflame. Lots and lots and lots of people are playing it and loving it. It's been a success for the developer behind it, Larian Studios, and there are people out there who are calling it Game of the Year. I haven't beaten it yet, obviously, so I'm not sure if I would say that this is my Game of the Year yet, but it is shaping up to be definitely a Game of the Year contender. It's an incredible title. It's an open world RPG with strategic turn-based combat. It's a Dungeons and Dragons universe game, so it has very hardcore Dungeons and Dragons lore and Dungeons and Dragons inspired gameplay. You've got things like dice rolls that happen in the game, where you have to, you do a dexterity check for something, or you do a strength check for something, or you do a charisma check, a persuasion check, all sorts of crazy checks. And they all are handled using dice rolls. Anyway, like I said, this is a game that's made by Larian Studios. These are the people who did the Divinity games, which I love the previous Divinity games. Divinity Original Sin 2 is one of my favorites. And anyway, going back to Baldur's Gate, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. I made a character that is, he's a Githyanki, and he is inspired by David Bowie. So he's intended to be kind of an homage to David Bowie. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun. It's a blast. I recommend Baldur's Gate very highly if you have a gaming PC capable of playing it. It also runs well on the Steam Deck, provided that you're willing to go in and tweak it. I might include a link down below of the guide that I managed to use that gave me some pretty decent visuals and performance. I'm only able to get about 24 frames per second, which seems to be the new goal post for a lot of Steam Deck games. But yeah, I finally dialed in settings to what I wanted to get the right kind of visuals and the right kind of look. Anyway, Baldur's Gate 3. I think I've rambled enough. It's a great game. I recommend it highly. In addition to Baldur's Gate 3, I tried out Sonic Frontiers on the PlayStation 5. I've had this for a while, but I hadn't actually tried it yet. I enjoyed what's there, but I'm not sure I'm in the mood for it right now, so this might be like Evil West, where I started it and then I won't come back to it for a few weeks. But so far, so good. I am enjoying what's there. Like I said, I'm just not certain that I'm in the mood for it right now. What I am in the mood to play is Sonic Origins Plus. So this is a collection of the classic, the 4 classic 16-bit Sonic titles, the mainline ones. So excluding, what was the one that was a 3 1/4 overhead view? Sonic Blast. Excluding Sonic Blast. So we're talking Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles. And then in addition to that, it's got a whole bunch of Game Gear titles. It's got 12 Game Gear titles. And I'm enjoying it. The thing is, I've played, the Sonic games before. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Sonic. I played them when they came out. I have played them again as they've been re-released for various platforms. Obviously, I've played them recently on the Switch. But what makes this one special, and what made this one something that I was interested in, is it has a mode where you can go through and play the mainline Sonic games sequentially, as if they're one big game. And of course, you can go in and do it with all the different characters that are in the franchise. And that's something that, very much appeals to me. I will admit, I've predominantly replayed Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, and kind of ignored Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles for a while. So this is going to be a good opportunity for me to go back and replay those and, see if they've aged as well as Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 have. If I have any complaints about it, and this is a complaint that I actually made during my mailbag video where I got this package, if I have any complaints, it's that the Game Gear titles are the inferior versions of those titles. You see, all of those games were actually based upon the Sega Master System version of those games, because the Game Gear and the Sega Master System shared a lot of the same tech powering them. But the thing is, the Game Gear didn't have the resolution that the Master System had. The end result is that these games on the Game Gear get zoomed in and are less playable than their original Sega Master System counterparts. And so it's kind of irritating that they include the Sega Game Gear versions and not the Sega Master System versions, considering that, these are all just ROMs that Sega owns, and they're tiny. It wouldn't cost them anything, really, to just include them into the Sega Origins collection and include the better versions. But they didn't, and that's my only beef about it. But I am enjoying it so far, and I'm having a lot of fun. All right, what else am I playing? Well, I started Rogue Heroes, Ruins of Tassos on the Nintendo Switch with my daughter and my wife. My daughter wanted to play a game with us, and we were playing, I think we tried Mario Kart on the Wii, or the Wii U. Mario Kart 8, I should say. But I wanted something with a little bit more meat, so I suggested this, and we had fun. We got into it. So what is Rogue Heroes? Rogue Heroes is it's a Zelda clone, but it's roguelite. Just think 4-player co-op Zelda that is set in procedurally generated dungeons. And that's what you get. Like a 16-bit Legend of Zelda. What is the SNES Zelda game? Was that Link to the Past? Old man brain doesn't want to work. I think it was Link to the Past. Anyway, it's kind of got that 16-bit Zelda aesthetic to it. And it's 4-player co-op, procedurally generated dungeons. It's a lot of fun. I think it has online co-op. I lie. There's no online co-op. That's disappointing. For couch co-op, though, it's a lot of fun. And, yeah, we had a blast. I recommend it. In addition to that, of course, I've also been playing Dark Souls Remastered on PC with my friends. We were a little bit busy this last week, so we didn't get very far. We did finish up Sen's Fortress and start... we finished up Sen's Fortress and finished up the Catacombs. And we started Anor Londo, and I think that's where we left off. I don't have much else to say about that. You know, we really only played for like maybe an hour or two because we're all so busy. But, you know, I love Dark Souls, and I love the remastered version. It's a blast. What else am I playing? Well, the last two I'm playing are little digital ones that I'm playing on Steam. They're ones that I've mentioned before, but they're ones that I love, and I've come back and keep playing them. First one is Halls of Torment. Again, this is a little Vampire Survivors clone with like a Diablo aesthetic. I've been trying to unlock as much gear as possible and to max out some of the the statistics on the characters, the stats on the characters. I've been trying to max them out because I have kind of hit a wall. The third zone in the game, I can get to the final boss, but I can't beat it, and it's a little frustrating. It has a bit of a difficulty spike in that third area that I wasn't anticipating. So I've been trying to, build up my character so that I can go and defeat that final boss in the third area and unlock. I think there's another area after that. The reason I think that is because I was looking up some other thing, like how do you get this achievement, and the guide online said that you should do it in this one area, and it was an area I don't have. So I'm pretty sure there's another area after it. Could be wrong though. But yeah, I've been going back playing Halls of Torment. It's a lot of fun. In addition to Halls of Torment, I've also been playing Time Wasters. Of course, that's another Vampire Survivors clone. This time, kind of an asteroids feel to it, with, space shooting. My descriptions are awesome today. These braces are sure making it easy to talk. Anyway, Time Wasters recently had an update that added a new area that could only be accessed from one specific character using one of their advanced modes. I think it's called the Caves, but I could be wrong. I'll probably have footage of it up while I'm talking. But it's a blast. I'm enjoying it, and I'm really, really happy that Time Wasters is still getting more updates. I think it's in their early access, but it is common for games like this to be dropped into early access and then kind of forgotten. I'm glad that this one is not forgotten and that it's been updated, because I'm enjoying it. Time Wasters is a hell of a lot of fun. I think that's it. I got nothing else. Really would like these braces out. Really would like to eat solid food again. Oh, man. I saw it was just a thumbnail on YouTube. I didn't actually watch the video because I was like, is going to make me sad that I can't eat. But it was a guide for getting a Big Mac for is this Leon Kennedy in Resident Evil 4. And it's not really a Big Mac, but it's like a burger, and you have to do something. And I saw that, and I was like, oh man, I want a burger. I want candy. My wife and daughter, they get these muffins from Costco, like these chocolate muffins and these blueberry muffins, and I can't have them because of my orthodontia, and I want them so bad. All right, see ya.
Dance upon the stars tonight, smile and pain will fade away. Words of mine will turn to ash when you call the last light down. Moon reminds me of your grace, all the love I can't repay. Rest and know that I will pray. Farewell, my dear old